You coming? Howdy, heretics. Do you remember the last time you were knocking at doors as a Jehovah Witness? I woke up from the brainwashing in 2004, and obviously I had to stay inside. I was P.I.M.O, physically in, mentally out for 14 years. So in the beginning, I actually had to walk from door to door, kind of a habitual thing. And then you do it less and less and less. And the last thing I was doing is that I was going out here, literally here where we are now, and I would find old abandoned Norwegian farmsteads where no one lived, not a road. I would knock at the door, no one's home, and then I would just leave Watchtower, and I thought, well, maybe someone will go here eventually. And I would count the time and I would send in a report. And then after a while I just realized that, nah, I'm not gonna do this anymore. But the last time I was at field service, it was out here, literally where I'm now with my dog, putting watchtowers in abandoned farmsteads. So let me know in the comments, do you remember the last time you were in field service? I'll show you the house, the last house I remember later. But
can you tell us what we're doing here?
Yeah, what we're doing here, around the corner there's cave paintings like 10,000 years old. So if you look up here, there's there's a pretty steep fall. So 10,000 years ago, my ancestors would chase the reindeers out from this cliff. They would fall down, and then you would have a barbecue. But most likely, back then, this might not have been a lake. This might actually have been the fjord back then, because Scandinavia is under ice. So let me know in the comment the last time you were in field service. Were you like, you know, the Simpson episode where they go to the house, they look at the bell and they say, no, maybe we shouldn't be bothering people with our crazy ideas. Let's get a real job. What did you do? Let me know. Please film this. You see the big stones here? Super difficult to walk among. All those big stones. So for thousands of years they've been falling down from the mountain. And now all of a sudden, see, like it's a magic line here. And I walk out here. And all of a sudden, there's no stones. So this at one point used to be man-made farmland. You find this in Norway, if you have an eye for it, quite often, that you just realize that at one point someone with way too much energy had been rolling all the big boulders down here to try to create a little farm field for his family. So why is no one living here now? Well, I'm glad to tell you, it's called Minnesota. And at one point Norwegians decided that this is a crappy place to be a native. Let's move somewhere where I'm not a native and steal their land instead. And that place is called Minnesota. So now you know. This is how I spent the last days of being an active Jehovah Witness, taking a long walk in the middle of nowhere until I found a place where absolutely no one lived, and I would leave Watchtower and I would get the most important thing any Christian ever can get. Not Holy Spirit, it's not everlasting life, it is hours that you can put on a report card. Can I come closer? I'll show you. This is a Norwegian, typical Norwegian cabin, because the door is closed, but this is where you find the key. midweek, It's difficult to say in English. Midweek meeting. Midweek meeting. Paradise Panda, practice porneia. Paradise Panda, practice porneia. Okay. You remember I said I would not go to the midweek meeting? Why is that? Is it because it gives me no joy? There's no real friend in the Kingdom Hall? Or should I unapologetically spend my life doing something that gives me joy? Well, make up your own mind. But if you remember the last time you were in field service, and if there's a good story, or if you just remember it, or especially if it's a good story, let me know in the comment section. Maybe we can make a video about it. So now I'll go and meet my Paradise Panda. So see you in paradise.